In today's episode, we're going to be covering how to create a 12-part circle with radial symmetry. You're going to need a ruler. You're going to need to check your ruler on the ends to see where 0 starts. Some rulers start on 0, some do not. Some have a space between 0 and the edge of the ruler. So be sure to check this when you're working with a ruler, as all rulers are not the same. Now that we have our measurement of 12 inches, we're going to mark it halfway in the width of the page. Now we're going to turn the ruler vertically to measure the page in this direction. Now on one end of the paper it's perforated, so I'm going to come from the perforated line down to 9 inches, and half of 8 is 4. We add a half to that and we get 9. So we're going to mark the ruler at 4.5 inches. Now we have both our marks on the paper. We want to make a nice point. Be sure that our lines cross so we're in the middle. Make a nice dot on the paper that we can use. We're going to check our mark, make sure the measurement is in the middle of the paper. And it looks perfect, it's good. We're going to move on to the next step. Just erasing some side marks and cleaning off the page. Alright. You're going to need a protractor for this next step. Be sure you have your protractor turned the right way so that you can read the numbers that are marked on the protractor. There should be a line on 180 degrees where there's a point or a hole on the protractor. You're going to line that up with your dot. Doesn't matter if it's turned a little to the side or not, as the circle is going to be divided into equal parts regardless. So mark each side of the line where 180 degrees comes out of the protractor. Now you divide 180 by 6 because you need 12 parts, and that's going to give you 30. And so we're going to mark this protractor at 30, 60, 90, 120, and 150 degrees. Now we're ready to draw a line around the top of the protractor to get 1/2 of our circle on the page. You only need to draw your line down to the 180 degree mark. Now we can flip our protractor. Again, we need to line our point on our protractor and our point on our paper up. You don't want to use the edge of the protractor because you'll have a circle that is off shape. Also line up your 180 degree marks on the left and the right. Make sure to be careful that everything is straight. Then go ahead and mark the rest of the circle. There's no need to mark the degrees on the lower half, as when you draw a line from the top side down through the center point, you're going to get a straight line that's going to give you equal symmetrical parts on the lower half of this circle. Carefully align the ruler to the center point in one of your hash marks and draw a line across the circle. You're going to repeat this step 6 times to get the circle divided into 12 equal parts. The order in which you draw these lines is not really important, as long as you're going from your mark on the outside down through the center. And as you can see, that ruler has cork on the back. That's pretty handy when you're trying to keep a ruler still on a page. If you can get a ruler with a cork back, that's something that I would always recommend. If not, just be careful when you're holding your ruler so that it doesn't slip on your page and cause you to have a line that doesn't run through the center point of the circle. Just one more mark and we'll have this circle divided into our 12 equal sections. Now that the last line is drawn in, we've got my 6 equal parts at the top and 6 equal parts at the bottom. Watch the sequel to use a compass for adding circles. Thank you for watching.